Good morning, students. Today's class, we are going to see the configurations of transistor. There are three types of configurations of transistor, that is common base configuration, common emitter configuration, and common collector configuration. We have already seen this different diagrams with respect to the layered type as well as the symbolic notation of these three configurations we have seen in the previous class. Please tell me whether my screen is visible or not. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. These are the three types of configurations given here. That means common means it is used to denote the transistor lead which is common to the input and output circuits. Transistor has three terminals. That is, transistor consists of three terminals. That is, it consists of three terminals. That is, base terminal, collector terminal, and emitter terminal. Three terminals it consists of. That means let it be this is the input circuit side, and this is input circuit side, and this is output circuit side. That means this emitter is common between base and collector. Common between base and collector, and I am going to ground this emitter terminal. Then it is a common emitter configuration. That is the meaning of this is the common. Common means emitter is going to be grounded between input and output circuit. Similarly, common base. Common base means this base is going to be grounded. That is common between this collector, this collector, and emitter terminals. And emitter terminals, this base terminal will be common. Then that configuration is known as common base configuration. Similarly, common collector, then this collector is going to be grounded. Then I will take the base and emitter terminals as input and output terminals. These two terminals, base and emitter terminals, are going to take it as input and output terminals in the common collector configuration. Like that, in this way, we are going to bias the input circuit side as well as output circuit side. Okay, that is the meaning of common base, common emitter, and common collector. Okay, please mute your audio. Here, this is the layered type of diagram, PNP type of transistor, emitter, collector, and base terminal. Base terminal is common between input and output circuits. Here, this is the symbolic diagram. I am considering this symbolic notation for PNP type of transistor. That is emitter, collector, and base terminal is common between input and output circuit side. Both layered type and symbolic diagram is provided here. Similarly, this is a common emitter configuration, layered type of diagram. Emitter is common between base and collector, input circuit side and output circuit side. That is the same symbolic notation is given here with respect to the common emitter configuration. Common collector configuration. Common collector configuration, collector is the common between base and emitter. Between base and emitter terminals, input, that is input circuit side and output circuit side, we have provided. And this is the PNP type of transistor, symbolic notation. Then collector terminal is grounded. Base and emitter terminals are input and output circuit side. In this way, we need to connect the different circuits, different configuration circuits in this fashion. And in order to analyze the in-depth concept of this common base, common emitter, and common collector configuration, what is the input currents in the circuit diagram? What is the input current? What is the output current? What is the voltage across the this base terminal? What is the voltage across this collector terminal? What is the voltage across the emitter terminal? Like that. Those all the parameters of current as well as voltage we are going to measure here by placing some voltmeters and ammeters. By measuring that voltmeters and by measuring the voltage and currents from the voltmeters and ammeters, we are going to draw some vi characteristics here. That is voltage current characteristics we are going to draw. That is the that is the position we are going to see. Okay, And first one is common base configuration. In this common base configuration, same I'm giving the two types of circuits here by using NPN transistor as well as PNP type of transistor. For clarity's sake, I have given both the transistors here. Both the circuit diagrams are provided, but by knowing these two diagrams working, you can easily understand what is the how the flow of current is taking place in PNP as well as NPN type of transistor. Okay. In PNP, first we will see the PNP type of transistor. The flow of current is taking place from emitter to the collector in this direction. Whereas in NPN type of transistor, the flow of current is taking place from in this direction. In this direction, the flow of current is taking place. Okay. Here I am providing, this is the NPN PNP type of transistor. It is provided with some input resistance. Let it be some input resistance. Input input resistance, and let it be, this is across output resistance. That input resistance is across which terminal? That input resistance is across emitter. Therefore I am going to represent that resistance as Re. Similarly, output resistance, the terminal is across collector. Therefore I am going to represent that it as RC here. RC. Okay. And some AC input voltage can also be provided here, but in our laboratory we are not going to provide AC voltage. In amplifiers we will provide this AC voltage. For uh, for time being, just let us assume that it has some AC input voltage is provided. Yeah? Okay. The flow of current across this emitter is IE. The flow of current across this base is IB. The flow of current across the collector is IC. And across the load resistance can also be connected. These two terminals is not at all important. This AC signal and this load resistance are not at all important. Just they have given in some textbooks that is provided. So I have written here. That's it. Don't worry about these two terminals. Just keep in mind this resistance Re, RC, this Re and RC, as well as the flow of current direction. Okay. Similarly, in NPN type of transistor, the resistance Re is provided as well as RC is also provided. The flow of current across this emitter is IE, across this collector is IC, across this base is IB, and it is connected with some voltage supply. That is a power supply. We can call this as power supply. Across the emitter side, it is connected. Therefore, I can represent that voltage as VEE. I am going to represent that voltage as VEE. Okay. We similarly, the voltage is provided across the collector side. I am going to represent that voltage as VCC. VCC. Similar, the same notation is given in PNP transistor also, that is VEE and VCC. VCC. Dual power supply is provided across input and output. In this way, we are going to configure the transistor by using the two voltage supplies, that is by using VEE as well as VCC. Okay. The flow of current is taking place in this direction and it is flowing across base terminal as well as collector terminal. In this way, the flow of current is taking place in PNP and NPN type of transistor. Here in this emitter as well as this collector. In this way, the flow of current is taking place in PNP and NPN type of transistor. Okay. 100%, let it be, this is the 100% of current is flowing across IE. Then 2% of current is flowing across the base because of recombination of electrons and holes across this n-type semiconductor material. Due to the minority and majority carriers across the n-type semiconductor material, recombination will take place, and the remaining 98% is acquired across collector side. This is the basic phenomena. Okay. After knowing this one, in this configuration, input signal is applied between the emitter and base. Emitter and base input signal is applied while the output is taken from the collector and base. collector and base. As base is common to the input and output circuits, hence we can call this configuration as common base configuration. Okay, common base configuration, we are going to treat it as common base configuration. Thereafter, the current amplification factor. When no input signal is applied, then the ratio of a collector current to the emitter current is called DC current amplification factor. If I am providing any sort of voltage, I am providing AC input signal here, then I can call that amplification factor alpha AC. If I am providing any sort of AC input voltage, if I am providing not at all AC input is not provided, that means AC input is equal to 0, then I can treat that amplification factor alpha DC. Okay, alpha DC, where alpha means amplification factor alpha. That means this amplification factor is given by output current by input current. We can treat this as output current by input current. What is the output current here? What is the output current? Anyone tell me? What is the output current? What is the output current and what is the input current? What is the input current? What is the input current? And what is the output current here? Tell me. From this simple diagram, tell me. What is the output current and input current? Output current is IC. IC. Input current is IE. Input current is IE. That output current, collector current, this emitter current is flowing inwards, whereas collector current is flowing outwards. Therefore, I am representing with negative sign here. This collector current is flowing outwards of the transistor. So I am going to give the symbol negative for this collector current. I am going to give the symbol negative for the collector terminal. Okay. This is about amplification factor. If AC input signal is not provided, then it is going to be DC value. I am going to calculate DC value here. If AC input is provided, then I am going to give this AC is given by, AC means change, some dynamic change will take place between this collector current as well as emitter current. Same as dynamic resistance చూసాం కదా మనం, ఏసీ రెసిస్టెన్స్ చూసాం కదమ్మా, సేమ్ అలానే ఇక్కడ మనం యాంప్లిఫికేషన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్లో ఏసీ పెడితే చాలు మనం చేంజ్ చూడొచ్చు అనమాట. చేంజ్, వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు సీ ది చేంజ్ హియర్. దట్ ఈస్ ది మీనింగ్ హియర్. దట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ both amplification factor AC and amplification factor DC. Okay, thereafter we will see the actual theoretical part. When no signal is applied, then the ratio of collector current to the emitter current, this is the alpha DC is equal to minus IC by IE. This negative sign indicates the IE flows into the transistor and IC flows out of the transistor. That is the meaning here. IE emo inwards flow అయితే collector current ఏమో outwards flow అవుతుంది కాబట్టి I am taking this collector current as negative here. Okay. Similarly, simply we can write it as alpha is equal to minus IC by IE. Alpha of a transistor is a measure of the quantity of the transistor. ఏదైనా సరే ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ని అనలైజ్ చేయాలన్నా, ఏదైనా ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ని మనం ఎట్లా వర్క్ అవుతుంది ఏంటో చూసుకోవాలన్నా సరే, వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ దిస్ ఆల్ఫా. వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ దిస్ amplification factor alpha. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ మెజర్ ఆఫ్ ది క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఏ ట్రాన్సిస్టర్. ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఎట్లా పనిచేస్తుంది ఏంటి అనేది తెలుసుకోవాలి అంటే మనం ఈ యాంప్లిఫికేషన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ ఆల్ఫా వాల్యూ తెలుసుకోవాలన్నమాట. ఆ ఆల్ఫా వాల్యూ సర్టెన్ రేంజ్ ఇస్తారు. ఆ సర్టెన్ రేంజ్లో ఉంటే మన ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ప్రాపర్గా వర్క్ అవుతున్నట్టు. ద క్వాలిటీ ఆఫ్ ది ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఈస్ గుడ్. లెట్ ఇట్ బి సమ్ 200 to 300, like that some number will be there. If transistor is by measuring by measuring or testing the transistor, if I am acquiring that number 200 like that, then I can tell the transistor is properly working. If that number is not acquired, then I can tell the transistor is not working well, like that. Like that, the amplification factor with respect to the common base is given as alpha. Similarly, with respect to the common emitter transistor, common emitter configuration, that amplification factor beta, it is given by బీటా. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇక్కడ ఆల్ఫా అంటున్నాం కదమ్మా, అక్కడ నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చే కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్లో ఇదే ఆల్ఫా ప్లేస్లో బీటా అని చెప్తాం అనమాట. అది సిఈ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్లో. ఇదే యాంప్లిఫికేషన్ ఫ్యాక్టర్లో సిసి కాన్ఫిగరేషన్లో గామా అని చెప్పి చెప్తాం అనమాట. ఓకే, అక్కడ కూడా సేమ్ అవుట్పుట్ కరెంట్ ఏంటి, ఇన్పుట్ కరెంట్ ఏంటో చూసుకుంటాం. అక్కడ చూసుకొని ఇదే ఫార్ములా వేస్తాం. ఇట్ ఈస్ ద రేషియో ఆఫ్ అవుట్పుట్ కరెంట్ బై ఇన్పుట్ కరెంట్ అని చెప్పి చెప్తాం అనమాట. దట్ ఆల్ఫా బీటా గామా, ఇట్ గివ్స్ ది quality of the transistor. It is going to give the quality of a transistor. Higher is the value of alpha, higher is the alpha value అంత ఎక్కువగా ఉంటే అంత మంచిది అనమాట. బెటర్ ఈస్ ద ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఇన్ ద సెన్స్ దట్ ద కలెక్టర్ కరెంట్ అప్రోచెస్ ది ఎమిటర్ కరెంట్. కలెక్టర్ కరెంటు మ్యాక్సిమం ఎంతైతే మనం కరెంటు ఎమిటర్ కరెంట్ ఇస్తున్నామో అంత కలెక్టర్ కరెంట్ వచ్చింది అనుకున్నాము, అప్పుడు దెన్ ద ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఈస్ ఆపరేటింగ్ ఇన్ ది ప్రాపర్ వే అనమాట. that is giving out, that is going to work in the proper way. That is the meaning here. Okay, the value of alpha, better is the transistor in the sense that the collector current approaches the emitter current. Okay, thereafter considering only magnitude of the currents here, only magnitude is considered. Thereafter alpha is equal to IC by, we know this one, amplification factor IC is equal to IC by IE. That implies IC is equal to alpha IE. Alpha IE, we know that one. We know that from previous topic. This one from previous topic, that emitter current IE is equal to, let it be we know this one, that emitter current IE from KCL equation, IE minus IB minus IC is equal to 0 from KCL. This is the input current, these two are outflowing currents, therefore it is equal to 0. That implies IE is equal to IC plus IB. IE is equal to IC plus IB. Please write these equations from here onwards. Write these equations. Write this alpha value first. Alpha is equal to IC by IE. Thereafter, from this implies IC is equal to alpha IE. We know that IE is equal to IC plus IB. That implies IB is equal to IE minus IC. IB is equal to IE minus IC is the factor. Thereafter, I will substitute this IC value here. I am going to substitute this IC value here. This is the IC value. This IC value I am going to substitute here. IC value is substituted here. Therefore, IB is equal to IE minus alpha IG. That implies IB is equal to 1 minus alpha into IE. That means across the base, this much amount of current is flowing here. 1 minus alpha into IE. 1 minus alpha into IG. That is the meaning in this diagram. We have given the notation here that a base current IB is equal to 1 minus alpha into IE is provided. That is the meaning here. IB is equal to, from that equation I have written this one. That is IB is equal to IE into 1 minus alpha, or alpha 1 minus alpha into IE. Okay, and this is the base current. After obtaining the base current, this is the collector current. When signal is applied, the ratio of change in collector current to the change in emitter current at constant collector base voltage is maintained as constant. Collector base voltage is maintained as constant. And then with respect to the change, that means here when signal is applied means, when AC input signal is applied, that is the meaning here. When AC signal is applied, the ratio of change in this collector current to the change in emitter current with negative sign indicates direction of flow of current, that is given by VCB is equal to constant. Therefore, collector current, this is the amplification factor, let it be, this is the DC value, and this is the AC. AC. Change means AC. Simply this change means AC. Normal only at a single point or only at single point or not at all applying any sort of input voltage, that is AC type of signal is provided, then we can call that it as alpha DC also. Okay. For practical purpose, alpha DC is equal to alpha AC is equal to A. For practical గా తీసుకున్నప్పుడు AC value DC value equal అన్నట్టు తీసుకుంటాం అనమాట. That is alpha AC is equal to alpha DC is equal to alpha. And practical value of alpha in transistors range is given by 0.9 to 0.99. This is the practical value. Practical value for transistor is given by 0.9 to 0.99. ఆల్ఫా వాల్యూ ఈ రేంజ్లోనే వస్తుందమ్మా. మనం ఏమైనా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చేస్తే ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్లో ఈ రేంజ్లోనే ఉంటుందన్నమాట. అది నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ దాకా అయిందా? ఇజ్ ఇట్ ఓవర్? ఇక్కడ దాకా చేశారమ్మా? ఇజ్ ఇట్ ఫినిష్డ్? ఎనీవన్ ప్లీజ్ రెస్పాండ్. భార్గవ్?
Yes, sir.
ఇక్కడ దాకా అయిందమ్మా? Shall I move on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And next one is టోటల్ కలెక్టర్ కరెంట్. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఏమేం కరెంట్స్ వచ్చాయి? ఫస్ట్ కలెక్టర్ కరెంట్ వచ్చింది. ఇది కలెక్టర్ కరెంట్ అదేంటి ఓన్లీ మినిమం టర్మ్స్ ఉందన్నమాట. ఈ కలెక్టర్ కరెంట్ వచ్చింది. బేసిక్ కలెక్టర్ కరెంట్ అట్లా ఉంటుంది అన్నట్టు తీసుకున్నాం. నెక్స్ట్ బేస్ కరెంట్ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసాం. దేర్ ఆఫ్టర్ total current. I would like to know what is the amount of total current. That is the term I would like to derive here. That is the total collector current consists of two parts. The current produced by normal transistor action, that is component controlled by emitter current. That is collector current ని ఎవరు కంట్రోల్ చేస్తున్నారు? మెయిన్గా ఎమిటర్ నుంచి వచ్చే కరెంటేగా మనకు వచ్చేది కలెక్టర్ దగ్గర. దట్ మీన్స్ బై కంట్రోలింగ్ ద ఎమిటర్ సైడ్, దెన్ ఇండైరెక్ట్లీ collector current is also going to be controlled. That is the meaning here. That is the collector current, the current produced by the normal transistor action, that is component controlled by emitter current. That collector current is controlled by the emitter current. This is due to the majority carriers and its value is alpha IE. That is the meaning here. That means the emitter current is flowing across the collector side. I am going to take this collector current as IC is equal to alpha IE. That is the meaning here. IC is equal to alpha IE. That much amount of this is the we can easily tell that term as amplification factor into emitter current. Amplification factor into emitter current is given by collector current here. And this is the alpha IE. Thereafter, then the leakage current IC B0. Some leakage current is there across the collector side. That leakage current is also considered. That current is IC B0 is due to the motion of minority carriers across the base collector junction. దగ్గర ఈ జంక్షన్ దగ్గర some amount of leakage current is taking place. Why? Because this is the n-type semiconductor material and this is the p-type semiconductor material. Likewise, in previous section we have seen this n-type semiconductor material and p-type semiconductor material. Some leakage current is taking place. IC naught is given here. This is the generalized diagram. Therefore, it is given IC naught. Whereas now we are taking that leakage current as IC B0. Why? Because it is operated in common base configuration. Therefore, I am giving the notation as IC B0 here. Okay. Some leakage current is flowing across the base and collector terminal. That current is IC B0. Mainly because of minority carriers flown from those minority carriers are going to flow from N to p-type semiconductor material and p to n-type semiconductor material. Okay. And the leakage current is due to the motion of minority carriers across the base collector junction on account of it being reverse biased. That is being reverse biased, that minority carriers are flowing across that junction. This is much smaller than alpha IE. That reverse leakage current is very much small, very much small value I am going to obtain here. That is ICB naught is very much less than alpha IE. Alpha IE అనేది చాలా ఎక్కువ వాల్యూ ఉంటుంది. ఆల్ఫా ఈ అనేది కలెక్టర్ కరెంట్ ఎక్కువ వాల్యూ ఉంటుంది. రివర్స్ లీకేజ్ కరెంట్ ఈస్ వెరీ స్మాల్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ కరెంట్. వై? బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మెయిన్లీ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ minority carriers. Only because of minority carriers I am obtaining that current flow. That current flow is minimum value of current flow. Okay, total collector current is given by IC is equal to alpha IE plus IC B naught here. That is alpha IE. This is mainly because of majority carriers. It is mainly because of majority carriers. IC B naught, ఈ ఐసీబీ నాట్ ఈస్ మైనారిటీ క్యారియర్స్. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఈ ఐఈ కరెంట్ని, ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ని, ఐఈ కరెంట్ని లేదనుకుంటున్నానమ్మా. సపోజ్ దిస్ ఐఈ కరెంట్, ద ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ ఈస్ నాట్ దేర్. దిస్ ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ ఈస్ జీరో. దిస్ ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ ఈస్ జీరో. Then collector current is zero. Then alpha E is zero. It is going to be collector current is zero. But that minority carrier current flow will takes place from N to P and P to N. Minority carrier current flow is going to takes place. That minority carrier current flow is IC P naught current flow will takes place, though there is no voltage applied across here. That means IE is equal to 0, then IC is equal to 0, but reverse saturation current will flow. That current is IC B naught. That flow of current is very minimum. I am going to consider that value as very minimum value. Okay, that is the thing given here. That is, therefore collector current IC is equal to alpha IE plus IC B naught. Even this IC B naught is going to flow even if IE is equal to 0. IE 0 అయినప్పటికీ కూడా ఈ రివర్స్ లీకేజ్ కరెంట్ అనేది ఫ్లో అవుతుంది అన్నట్టు చెప్తున్నారు అనమాట. ఓకే, this is total collector current. Thereafter collector current can also be expressed as IC is equal to alpha. Again I am going to take the equation here. I am going to take the equation. Let me write that one. All IC is equal to alpha IE plus IC P naught. IC P naught. Is it over? Is it over total collector current up to this point? Is it finished? ఇక్కడ దా రాసారమ్మా మీరు. IC is equal to alpha IE plus IC B naught. Okay, thereafter same I am taking again that I am considering that equation again. That is IC is equal to, what is IE? Emitter current is given by anyone please respond. Emitter current is given by IE is equal to IC plus IB. I am substituting that IC plus IB value here. That is the meaning here. Alpha into IC plus IB plus ICB naught. That implies I am taking this alpha IC term to the left hand side, and that then the term will become 1 minus alpha into IC. 1 minus alpha into IC. That is equal to alpha IB plus ICB naught. That implies IC is equal to I am taking this term in the denominator side. Therefore IC is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 minus alpha into IC B naught. The relation between it is you are supposed to derive the term till this equation only. For by knowing the relation between alpha, beta and gamma, we can analyze the further equation analysis is possible. Further equation analysis is possible by knowing the relation between alpha, beta, gamma. మీరు ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతానికి for time being you are supposed to do the derivation part till this equation only. Till this equation only you are supposed to do. Thereafter, in the subsequent classes, we will know the relation between alpha, beta, gamma, and the relation between alpha, beta. Also, by knowing that relation between alpha, beta, I am going to give the notation like this here. Like this, the notation is provided in order to make the equation, collector current equation, in terms of beta. I will convert this relation like this here. Alpha is given by, in further classes, just memorize alpha is equal to beta by 1 plus beta, and 1 minus alpha is equal to 1 by 1 plus beta. That is given by IC is equal to beta AB, beta IB plus 1 plus beta into ICB naught. This is not necessary for time being. Just listen, that's it. These terms we are going to derive in the next configuration, that is common emitter configuration. We are going to derive, don't worry. For time being, for time being up to this equation you are supposed to derive in common base configuration, that's it. Okay, in common base configuration, what is the total amount of collector current is given by alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus 1 by 1 minus alpha into IC B naught. Okay, by this by this derivation part by this derivation part we can conclude that what is amplification factor alpha we are supposed to write with no input voltage, no input AC voltage is applied, then I can call the term as alpha DC. With respect to the AC input signal is applied, I can call the term as alpha AC. And total collector current, the total collector current is given by IC is equal to alpha IE plus ICB naught. ICB naught is reverse leakage current, that is minority carrier current flow. And by substituting that IC value, that emitter current here across, that is alpha into IC plus IB here, then plus ICB naught. By substituting all these values, finally I am going to obtain this term, that is the collector current term is going to be obtained in terms of only alpha. కామన్ బేస్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్లో ఫైనల్గా మనకు వచ్చే కలెక్టర్ కరెంట్లో ఓన్లీ ఆల్ఫా టర్మ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఫర్దర్గా మనం మినిమైజ్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇంకొక కాన్ఫిగరేషన్తో ఈ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్కి ఆ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ రిలేట్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు చేంజ్ దట్ ఆల్ఫా టర్మ్స్ ఇంటూ బీటా టర్మ్స్ ఆల్సో. ఓకే, and this is the next one is characteristics of common base configuration. Characteristics of common base configuration, this is the same notation I am providing, same. This is the, it is the PNP type and NPN type is provided in the previous section. That is, let it be, I am considering in our lab we are going to see the circuit, same circuit we are going to see in our lab. For that sake, I am given here NPN type of transistor. Okay, the NPN type of transistor, and this is NPN type of transistor. Let it be, emitter is connected to, N is connected to negative, and the P is connected to positive. P is connected to positive. Then it is known as forward bias condition. Forward bias condition. Let me forward bias condition. Similarly, and see, N is connected to positive. N is connected to positive, and P is connected to negative. P is connected to negative. Then it is known as reverse bias condition. Then it is reverse bias condition. In between, I am placing ammeters and voltmeters. Ammeters are always connected in, we know the basic principle, what ammeters are always connected in series format. Ammeters are connected in series format. Voltmeters are connected in parallel format. This is connected in parallel format, whereas ammeters are connected in series format. Why? Because the measurement of voltage, the measurement of current is possible in the series circuit. The flow of current is same in the series circuit. The flow of voltage is same across in the parallel circuits. Okay, it depends upon that basic principle. We are going to place the ammeters in series and voltmeters in parallel format. Okay, here some across this emitter terminal, I am going to place one ammeter. That ammeter will measure emitter current here. That emitter current IE is going to be measured across emitter. emitter, that is given by emitter current IE. Similarly, and I am going to place another ammeter across collector, that current is given by IC. That current I am going to given as IC here. Similarly, some voltmeter is connected across this emitter and base. Across this emitter, across this emitter, I am going to place across this emitter and base some voltage, or some voltmeter is going to be connected. That voltmeter, that voltmeter that voltmeter is given by VEB. VEB. The why? Because this voltmeter suffix is given is across. This voltmeter is connected between emitter and base. Therefore, its suffix is VEB. Similarly, another voltmeter is connected between collector and base. Therefore, this voltage is VCB. This is collector and base terminal. Voltmeter is connected. That is given by VCB. In between, in order to vary this VEE, where is this VE as well as VCC, I am going to connect some potentiometer spots here. I am going to connect potentiometer pot P2. Let it be, this is the potentiometer pot 1, and it is notated it as, that is R1, and this is its notation is given as R2. R1 and R2. Simply, I can call this potentiometer as pot 1 or pot 2 also. Okay. In this way, we are going to construct the common base configuration. In this common base configuration, we are going to analyze this entire circuit in the two 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 steps. In the two steps, we are going to analyze the entire circuit. Let it be, this is the input circuit side, and let it be, this is the output circuit side. This is the output circuit side, and this is the input circuit side. Input circuit side ఇదేమో అవుట్పుట్ సర్క్యూట్ సైడ్ అని చెప్పి టూ సర్క్యూట్ సైడ్స్గా డివైడ్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. దెన్ ఆఫ్టర్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు డిస్కస్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు ది వేరియేషన్ ఇన్ ది voltage levels across emitter side as well as voltage levels across collector side. Okay, this is about the construction of CB configuration. Thereafter after constructing this CB configuration circuit, we are going to analyze to determine the input characteristics. To determine the input characteristics, initially the output voltage VCB is set to value. Then input voltage VAB is increased in a number of discrete steps, and corresponding voltage IE, emitter current, are noted by milliamp meter, and the same procedure is repeated for the different curves. Let me explain this one. ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఉంది కదమ్మా, ఫస్ట్ దిస్ ఇస్ ది ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ తీసుకోవాలి. మనం తీసుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ తీసుకోవాలి. ఈ ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ తీసుకునేటప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ గో ఫర్ దిస్ ఇస్ ఇన్ ఆర్డర్ టు టేక్ ద ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్, ఫస్ట్ గో ఫర్ అవుట్పుట్ సర్క్యూట్ సైడ్. First we need to go to the output circuit side, making some go to the first go to the output circuit side, making some constant voltage here. Some constant voltage we are going to set here. That constant voltage is VCB. VCB is set to 5 volts. I am going to set this voltage VCB by varying this VCC. Let me draw this one. By varying this VCC with the help of potentiometer R2. With the help of potentiometer R2, VCC is going to be varied. It is going to be varied. Thereafter, the variation in the VCB will takes place. That VCB, I am going to set this VCB to 5 volts. After setting this 5 volts, leave this terminal. I am going to leave this one. After setting this 5 volts, I am going to leave this output circuit side, and I will come to the input circuit side. I am going to, after leaving the terminal, I will come to the input circuit side. Where is this potentiometer R1? Where is this potentiometer R1? Then VGE is going to change. VGE is changed with the help of R1 only. Okay. Where is this potentiometer R1? Then VGE changes. Then corresponding IE value as well as VEB value I am going to note here. I will note these two values here. Corresponding IE value as well as IE value as well as VEB values I am going to note it down here. By noting those values, I will give some tabular column here. VCB is set to VCB is set to is it input characteristics. This is I am telling about input characteristics. By making constant voltage VCB is equal to 5 volts, I will note the emitter current IE as well as voltage VEB. By noting these two values, I am going to obtain I am going to obtain the first curve. I am going to obtain this first curve. This value is VEB value. This value is some. This is VEB voltage. VEB voltage as well as this IE value. I am going to note this IE value as well as VEB voltage by setting VCB value is set it as 5 volts. 5 volts. By noting these values, initially these values are, let it be some 0, initially 0.2, 0.2 like that I am going to obtain. Thereafter and thereafter it is going to be voltage is going to be 2 volts like that I am going to obtain. By increasing these values, drastic increase in these values, I am going to plot this curve. I am going to by these values I am going to plot this curve, first curve. VCB is equal to 5 volts curve I am going to draw. Similarly, in the same fashion I will plot the second curve also. Second curve, that means again what is the procedure? Same procedure. What is the same procedure we need to adapt here? That means in order to get the second curve, again go to the output circuit side. Vary this VCC with the help of potentiometer R2. VCC is varied. Then I am going to set this voltage as 10 volts. I am going to set this voltage as 10 volts. Then leave this terminal, go to the input circuit side. Vary this VEE with the help of R1 potentiometer. Then variation in this IE value as well as VEB value is going to be noted down. I am going to note it down. Again, second set of readings I am going to obtain with respect to the VCB value. VCB value VCB value is equal to 10 volts. 10 volts. I will note this IE value as well as VEB value. IE value ni VEB value ni రెండిటిని నోట్ చేస్తాను అనమాట. ఆ నోట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఏం చేస్తాను? ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డ్రా ది second curve. This curve I am going to draw here. This curve I will draw. That means it is the input characteristic plot. This plot we can call this plot as input characteristics plot. That is with respect to making VCB across output circuit side. VCB is set it as some constant output voltage. That voltage is, let it be some 5 volts, 10 volts, 15 volts like that. By setting those values, the variation in the emitter, the variation is taking place across input circuit side, that is emitter current as well as emitter voltage. Emitter base voltage is going to be varied. By this variation in this, I am going to draw some tabular column. From the tabular column I can obtain the some different set of readings. From the different set of readings I can plot the second curve also. I can plot the third curve also. By taking VCB is equal to 15 volts like that, I can take another tabular column. VCB is equal to 15 volts. IE and VEB values are noted down, and I can plot the third curve also. Like that I can draw any number of curves by setting VCB as constant voltage. By setting the constant voltage, that is input voltage, constant output voltage, sorry, constant output voltage, I can make the variations with respect to the input circuit side. Those two parameters are IE and VEB. Okay, do you get the clarity regarding this input characteristics? Do you get clear? Do you get clarity? Please respond, please respond. నేను అడుగుతాను ఇప్పుడు ఎవరో ఒకరిని, ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఎట్లా తీస్తాం, అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఎట్లా తీస్తాం. ఒకవేళ మీకు క్లారిటీ లేకపోతే మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను, అందుకని. వచ్చిందమ్మా, క్లారిటీ వచ్చిందా? ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్, I thought you got this one. Okay, from this curve I am going to obtain the input resistance also. That input resistance is given by simply R is equal to V by I. That R is equal to V by I with respect to the input circuit side. What is V here? VEB. What is V means? Input circuit side VEB, and what is I means IE. That is change in VEB as well as change in IE value by setting constant VCB value as constant. Output voltage VCB as constant, I can obtain the input resistance here. In this way, we can obtain the input curves here. Input curves are going to be obtained with respect to the common base configuration. Okay. Similarly, output configuration, output curves are going to be obtained by making the variation in the input circuit side, as well as I can obtain the values in the output circuit side also. సేమ్ ఫ్యాషను. ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేసాం, ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ కావాలంటే అవుట్పుట్ సర్క్యూట్కి వెళ్ళి వోల్టేజ్ని వేరీ చేసి ఒక సమ్ కాన్స్టాంట్ వోల్టేజ్ని సెట్ చేసాం కదా. సిమిలర్గానే ఇప్పుడు అవుట్పుట్ సర్క్యూట్ సైడ్ అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ కావాలంటే, ఈ అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ కావాలంటే నేనేం చేస్తానంటే ఇన్పుట్ సర్క్యూట్ సైడ్కి వెళ్తాను ఫస్ట్. Similarly, in order to obtain this output characteristics కావాలి నాకు. I would like to find out the output characteristics. First go to the input circuit side. First go to input circuit side. Opposite terminals కి వెళ్ళాలమ్మా ఫస్ట్. First go to the input circuit side. Where is this VEE? With the help of R1. With the help of R1 potentiometer, the variation in the IE will takes place. The variation in IE will takes place. IE is set to some constant value. This IE is set to some constant value. Some constant value. IE is set to some constant value. This is the IE value. I am going to set it to some constant value. Okay, after setting this constant value, the variation with respect to the IE is set to some constant value. Let it be what is the constant value given there? Minimum amount of flow of current is initially it is 0 milliamperes flow of current IE. Thereafter 1 milliamperes of current. Let it be, I am taking that flow of current is 1 milliamperes of current. ఇనిషియల్గా నేను ఇది ఇక్కడ ఒక 1 milliamperes ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ ఈస్ సెట్ అనుకుంటాను. సెట్టింగ్ దట్ IE value to 1 milliamperes of current and leave this terminal. I am going to leave this input circuit side. I am going to leave this input circuit side. I will go to the output circuit side. After leaving the terminal, I will go to the output circuit side. Where is this VCC? With the help of R2, that is potentiometer R2. With the help of potentiometer R2, where is this VCC? Then corresponding IC value as well as corresponding VCE value is going to be note down. I am going to note down corresponding IE value is set to IE value is set to 1 milliampere. I will make some tabular column. In the tabular column, I will note down this collector current. collector current as well as this collector voltage VCB. VCB I am going to note down here. Okay, IC value as well as VCB value are going to note down here. The variation in the VCCని స్లోగా ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తూ వెళ్తాను వోల్టేజ్ అప్ టు 20 volts దాకా ఇంక్రీజ్ చేస్తూ వెళ్తే I will get some values, corresponding values here. I am going to note down that corresponding values across IC as well as VCB. Some constant collector current is going to be flow here. That means up to some constant current flow is going to be flow. Let it be some 5 milliamperes like that. Some constant current flow is going to be takes place across collector side, that is given here in this in the plot that is given here. This is the plot. This is the plot. Some saturation currents due to the saturation. This is the saturation region. Just maybe we'll explain. I am going to explain this one in the subsequent classes. Just by increasing this VCB, value, I am going to obtain some constant flow of current. That is, let it be some 1 milliampere like that. 1 milliampere set చేస్తాను ఈ సర్క్యూట్లో 1 milliampere సెట్ చేస్తే 1 milliampere సెట్ చేశాను. అదే milliamperes ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు అప్టైన్ అక్రాస్ కలెక్టర్ సైడ్. ఈ ఎమిటర్ దగ్గర ఎంతైతే వాల్యూ నేను సెట్ చేశానో దట్ మచ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు అప్టైన్ అక్రాస్ కలెక్టర్ సైడ్ ఆల్సో. కొంచెం తగ్గచ్చు, ఒక మైన్యూట్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇక్కడ 1 milliamperes పెడితే ఇక్కడ నాకు 0.98 0.99 అట్లా రావచ్చు అనమాట. ఓకే, ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు అప్టైన్ దోస్ వాల్యూస్. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ప్లాట్ హియర్. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ప్లాట్ by using that different values. Let it be 5 volts. Across 5 volts I am going to obtain 1 milliampere. Across 10 volts also I am going to obtain 1 milliampere. 15 volts like that, 25 volts also I am going to obtain only constant amount of current. That current is 1 milliamperes of current. Similarly, IE is set to 2 milliamperes. Similarly, IE is set to 2 milliamps. IE is set to 2 milliamps. Again, process repeats, and the variation in this output circuit side. By varying this VCC, the corresponding IC value as well as VCB value is set to different readings. By variation this VCC from 0 volts to 30 volts like that. By that variation I am going to note these two values. These corresponding two values are noted down by using the tabular column. From the tabular column I can draw this plot here. That is, constant amount of current flow is going to be takes place. That current flow is collector current. Similarly, here again another value is set, that is 3 milliamperes. 4 milliamperes can be set here. 5 milliamperes can also be set. That depends upon the constant collector current, constant emitter current. The constant collector current is going to be flow in the circuit. That is given by the different set of curves I am going to obtain. The different set of curves is given by like this here. It is going to given by like this here. These curves, initially some small amount of current is going to be flow in the negative direction also. That is mainly because of saturation of the transistor. I can call this region as saturation region. Below this 0 milliamps, below this 0 milliamps, small amount of current is flowing in the transistor. That flow of current is cut off region అనొచ్చు అనమాట. ఈ రీజన్ నేను ఏమంటానంటే స్మాల్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ మైనారిటీ క్యారెట్స్ వల్ల small amount of current flow is taking place. That flow of current is, I am going to take that flow of current is cut off. I am going to take that region as cut off region. That current flow is mainly because of minority carriers. Akkada beyond this point, that means beyond this 0 milliamperes current flow, I am going to obtain some drastic change in the current flow as well as voltage flow. Then I am going to take that corresponding readings here. The constant region, the constant current flow region is considered as active region here. I am going to consider that region as active region. In this way I am going to take the both the input characteristics as well as output characteristics here. Okay, in this way input characteristics and output characteristics can be obtained. Okay, just a minute. With the help of potentiometer, this is the theoretical notation. ఇది మామూలుగా మీరు చదువుకోండమ్మా ఒకసారి. మీరు చదివితే మీకు అర్థమైద్ది. బై సెట్టింగ్ VCB with the help of potentiometer R2 and collector current IC is noted for each VCB values. ఆ కరస్పాండింగ్ వాల్యూస్ నోట్ చేసుకొని ఒక ట్యాబ్లర్ కాలం క్రియేట్ చేస్తామని చెప్తున్నారు అనమాట. అండ్ యాక్టివ్ రీజన్ వెన్ ద ఎమిటర్ జంక్షన్ is forward biased and the collector base junction is reverse biased, then we can call that region as emitter region, this active region, sorry. And VCB is increased beyond I will clear this one. VCB is increased beyond a certain value. IC increases rapidly due to the avalanche breakdown. VCB increase చేసాం అనుకోమ్మా, VCB increase చేస్తే beyond certain value avalanche breakdown may causes here. That is mainly because of reverse carriers, reverse saturation will takes place. That reverse saturation mainly because of minority carriers. We can call that breakdown as avalanche breakdown here. In the cutoff region, when emitter and the collector junctions are both reverse biased, a small amount of collector current flows even when emitter current IA is equal to 0. This current flow, I can call this current flow as collector leakage current, ICB0. ICB0, we have derived this one. In saturation region, when both emitter and the collector junctions are forward biased and the collector current IC flow even when VCB is equal to 0. VCB 0 అయినప్పటికి కూడా current flow of collector current flow అవుతుంది అనమాట across this region, that is saturation region. That is the here across this saturation region, even when VCB is equal to 0 అయినా small amount of current flow is taking place in this saturation region. అదే cutoff region లో due to minority carrier small amount of current flow is taking place, that current flow is ICB not. Here due to the saturation, though VCB is 0, small amount of current flow is taking place, that current flow is mainly because of I can treat this region as saturation region. Here saturation region, when both emitter and collector junctions are forward biased, the collector current IC flows even when VCB is equal to 0. 3 రీజన్స్ గురించి చెప్తున్నాం అమ్మా మనం ఇక్కడ మెయిన్గా ఈ అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్లో 3 రీజన్స్ గురించి చెప్తాం. ఆ రీజన్స్ ఏంటంటే కట్ ఆఫ్ రీజను, సాచురేషన్ రీజను, యాక్టివ్ రీజన్. యాక్టివ్ రీజన్ ఈజ్ ది యాక్టివ్ రీజన్. We are supposed to tell these 3 regions in the output characteristics. Okay, from these output characteristics, I can obtain the output resistance also, that is change in output resistance ki output side ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి మనకు voltages VCB, that is change in VCB and change in IC by making constant IE as constant. మనం ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా అయితే చేసామో ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఎట్లా అయితే తీసుకున్నాం, దానిలో ఉన్న డిఫరెంట్ పారామీటర్స్ తీసుకొని ఇన్పుట్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ కానీ అవుట్పుట్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ కానీ చెప్తాం అనమాట. దట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ హియర్. అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ది బేస్ విడ్త్ మాడ్యులేషన్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు సీ ఇన్ ది నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్. ఓకే, just again go through this input characteristics and output characteristics, how it is going to be, how we are going to take different set of readings from input circuit side as well as output circuit side. Again derive this IC value as well as this alpha value. Please derive once and see whether you are capable to do this derivation part or not. Okay, ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ చూసుకోండి అమ్మ, మొత్తం ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి. ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఎట్లా డ్రా చేయాలి ఏంటో చూసుకోండి. ఒక్కసారి ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఎట్లాగా అనేది ఎవరైనా చెప్తారా? ఒక్కసారి ఎనీవన్ ప్లీజ్. ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఇది అర్థమైతే మీకు అసలు 3 సర్క్యూట్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసేయచ్చు ఈజీగా. ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ప్లీజ్ ఎనీవన్. నిఖిత, రోల్ నెంబర్ 9, నిఖిత, are you there? Balaji, Bhargav, are you there? Are you getting my voice? Are you there? Vinay? 26 Vinay. 26 Vinay. Gurukumar. Harshita. Harshita.
సార్ గుడ్
ఉన్నారమ్మా?
మార్నింగ్ సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే అమ్మా, గుడ్ మార్నింగ్. ఇప్పుడు ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఎట్లా తీస్తావో చెప్తావమ్మా, చెప్పగలవా? ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఎట్లా తీస్తాం?
ఎమిటర్ ఏమో ఇన్పుట్, కలెక్టర్ అవుట్పుట్ కదా సార్. అక్కడ సప్లైస్ ఏమో విసిసి.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే.
R1 ఏమో విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు విఈబి వోల్టేజ్ తో వేరీ అవుతుంది. R2 ఏమో విసిబి తో వేరీ అవుతుంది సార్. ఇక్కడ ఈ విసిబిను
చెప్పమ్మా. సింపుల్గా ఇంత అక్కర్లేదమ్మా. సింపుల్గా నువ్వు కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ చెప్తున్నావు అంతేనా హర్షిత? కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ వద్దు, నాకు కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ వద్దు. ఓన్లీ ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఎట్లా చేస్తాం సింపుల్గా చెప్పు.
కరెంట్ ఎమిటర్ కరెంట్ కిను వోల్టేజ్ విఈబికి తీస్తాం సార్.
అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ ఇనిషియల్గా వేరీ దిస్ విసిసి, సెట్ దిస్ విసిబి ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు సమ్ కాన్స్టాంట్ వోల్టేజ్ లెవెల్. ఇది కాన్స్టాంట్గా పెట్టుకుంటాం. ఓకే రైట్. అది కాన్స్టాంట్గా పెట్టుకున్న తర్వాత 5 volts అనుకుందాం. ఒక 5 volts కాన్స్టాంట్గా పెట్టుకున్నాం. నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేస్తాం? గో టు ఇన్పుట్ సర్క్యూట్ సైడ్, వేరీ దిస్ విఈ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ R1, then corresponding IE change in IE will takes place as well as change in VEB will takes place. I will notate in the tabular column, and readings are going to be noted down. Then I will get the curve like this here, and I am going to obtain the first plot by using the notation. Similarly, by making the VCB to some other constant value, I will get the second curve by using this set of readings. Okay, this is about input characteristics. Output characteristics then similarly, output characteristics చెప్పమ్మా. అట్లానే అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ కావాలంటే ఐసీ వాల్యూ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ విసిబి వాల్యూ కావాలి. అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? ఇన్పుట్ సర్క్యూట్ సైడ్కి వెళ్తాం. వేరీ దిస్ విఈ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ R1, దెన్ ఐఈ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ టు బి సెట్ టు సమ్ కాన్స్టాంట్. ఐఈని ఒక కాన్స్టాంట్ వాల్యూకి సెట్ చేసుకుంటాం. సెట్ చేసుకొని ఒక 1 milliampere సెట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత గో టు ది అవుట్పుట్ సర్క్యూట్ సైడ్, వేరీ దిస్ విసిసి, దెన్ కరస్పాండింగ్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ ఐసీ విల్ టేక్స్ ప్లేస్ as well as change in VCB will takes place, and I will note the tabular column with respect to IC value as well as VCB value, and I will note that set of readings. I can plot the curve with respect to the IC value as well as VCB value. I am going to obtain the curve like this. Okay, this is about input characteristics and output characteristics. ఇట్లాగా మనం ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ని అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ని ఒక కాన్స్టాంట్ వాల్యూ ఎక్కడైతే మనకు కావాలో, ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ కావాలంటే అవుట్పుట్ సైడ్కి వెళ్తాం, అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ కావాలంటే ఇన్పుట్ సైడ్కి వెళ్ళి ఒక పారామీటర్ని కాన్స్టాంట్కి పెట్టుకుంటాం అనమాట. ఆ పారామీటర్ అంటే వోల్టేజ్. ఇన్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్కి అయితే వోల్టేజ్ సెట్ చేస్తాం, అదే అవుట్పుట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్కి అయితే కరెంట్ సెట్ చేసుకుంటాం అనమాట. అది దట్స్ ఇట్. From these input characteristics and output characteristics, we are going to get some resistance value, that is input resistance as well as output resistance. Okay, ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అమ్మా. ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఎగ్జామ్లో కూడా అడుగుతారు, యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఇంటర్నల్ ఎగ్జామ్లో కూడా అడుగుతారు. ఓకే, అగైన్ ప్రాక్టీస్ దిస్ వన్. వెరీ గుడ్ హర్షిత, వెరీ గుడ్. ఓకే అమ్మా, ఓకే ఓకే. I am going to stop the session. Thank you one and all. Please again go through this session. Okay.